For us in Hong Kong. So, Kristie, it's not just, South Korea. Across Asia, schools are starting to reopen and kids are starting to go back to school. And that's really important to have these classes on campus, in person, one-on-one with teachers and professors.
Absolutely. And it's actually a positive milestone in this ongoing saga that is the pandemic. Across Asia, schools have been closed since late January. And finally, they are starting to reopen. And let me tell you, parents, teachers, students, administrators, everyone is ready, and critically, the individual places as well. For example, here in Hong Kong, which just reported 16 consecutive days of zero local infections. That is why the government here has announced, starting from May 27th, schools will start to reopen. It'll be done in stages. First, the secondary students, and then the primary students. School in Vietnam is already back in session. In fact, students returned to the classroom on Monday. According to Vietnamese state media, we know some 22 million students have returned to the classroom after, 3 months of school closures. Elsewhere in the region, South Korea, we know schools there are going to reopen starting from May 13th. That also in a stage-like process, starting with the secondary students, then with the primary students. Singapore, schools will open on May 19th. In Thailand, schools will remain closed until July. In Japan, it's a bit of a mixed picture there, with schools in the major cities like Osaka and Tokyo, they will remain closed. The government there taking sort of a watch, wait, and see approach as the state of emergency measures remain in place. But today, as you mentioned, John, a very, very critical day, May 6th in Wuhan, the epicenter of the pandemic. Finally, the final year secondary students can go back to the classroom. This is a critical time for them as they study for the pivotal and punishing Gaokao college entrance exam, which, because of the pandemic, the date has been postponed by a month till July. But at least now they can cram alongside their peers. John.
Yeah, and so many kids too in the US have missed that graduation because of the schools which have been locked down. That's something which they won't get back, which is, a small point, but a sad one as well. But Kristie, thank you. Kristie Lu Stout for us live in Hong Kong.